Now, furious Texas is not right there at the border, but illegal immigration directly impacts a small community. 2 years ago, the bodies of more than 200 undocumented workers were discovered there after these illegal immigrants got lost in the vast stretches of ranch land. They are told by smugglers San Antonio and Houston are just a 2-hour walk away.
But the number of dead is getting smaller, thanks in part to an increase in county law enforcement. And as the I-Team found out, the peace officers are imported.
Joe Conger joins us live with more on this story. Joe?
That's right. And, Brooks County to San Antonio, it's not 2 hours. Try 2.5 hours in a car. That's the distance there. And these smugglers choose Brooks County for a reason, and part of it is because that county can't afford to blanket their 900 square miles with law enforcement. But that is about to change.
840 Brooks.
A pickup truck driver ignores the lights and sirens and accelerates to nearly 100 miles an hour, turning a simple traffic stop into something else.
While en route, dispatch should let me know they got a call that a vehicle matching description dropped off a load of undocumenteds right in that area that we were at.
The driver ditches the truck, taking off on foot, the officer on his heels. 5 minutes later, they emerge from the brush. Just another typical day in Brooks County.
Well, where'd you drop off at?
What isn't typical is the deputy making the arrest, Chief Daniel Walden. Walden is a school district police officer in Donna, Texas, nearly 80 miles away. And he's come here to make a difference.
It's something I took a personal interest in. We're law enforcement. We're not immigration, but we're human beings, and we care about somebody's life.
Brooks is one of the poorest counties in the nation, able to afford only one deputy on duty. It's also home to one of the last border checkpoints into the interior of the United States. That has human smugglers dropping off migrants who are often left to wander and die within the thousands of acres of ranch land. With more than 40 bodies already recovered this year, one deputy can quickly get overwhelmed. So Walden and more than a dozen other peace officers from across the state donate their time and their badges to help Brooks County tackle its immigration crisis.
You take a county about the size of Rhode Island and you put one deputy out there by himself, what are you going to do? But you notice in here he has the worker's hat and he's got the vest. We are Brotherhood in law enforcement, which means that when an officer needs help, we all go help him.
At the traffic stop, it turns out the driver is undocumented. The truck isn't his, and he's vague about his travel plans. He'll be charged with felony evasion. Deputies say these coyotes oftentimes disguise themselves as construction workers, and they use things like this tarp to cover the people that they're smuggling.
Yeah, we're all going to checkpoint.
Walden calls his group the Border Brotherhood, and in less than 3 months, Brooks County 911 response times have improved, and so have the survival rates for the migrants. County officials admit to being skeptical at first of the volunteers who've padded their ranks, but they've come to accept them and their help.
They're coming at their own dime, nothing in return, and those are hard to come by. People just don't do things like that anymore.
Have you searched this thing yet?
Austin Malone is from San Antonio, Texas.
Back in San Antonio, I go to school, and I have a part-time job just doing overnight security.
And in his free time, he's a volunteer deputy.
I don't want people to get lost and die.
Roel Reyes is from Far, Texas.
Today's my first day. I just got sworn in.
Both men say the crime-fighting experiences will be invaluable for their future careers, and both say there's no value you can place on rescuing people in trouble.
Of course, you need to help out people, protect lives, save people. That's what also brought me here, too.
The rookies soon get a chance when another group of individuals suddenly bail out of the back of a pickup into a grassy field. The deputies give chase. Better to capture the men alive now, says Chief Walden, than wait a few days in the hot Texas sun to gather them later.
We're here to save lives. Every person that we're able to recover is somebody that's not going to die in the brush.
And the Border Brotherhood is a nonprofit group. They actually travel on their own money, their own gas, and they bring their own gear actually out there when they patrol in Brooks County. They have a Facebook page. We've got a link to it on our KENS5.com. With the I-Team, Joe Conger, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.